Today, I want to talk to you about self-sabotage, and this is something that's going on with me right now. Part of being unfiltered with you is just telling you the raw and the real. And honestly, I have been self-sabotaging the business at the moment. I know one of the things that I've set a task for myself is to do 25 outreaches a day. Kind of like the Alex Hormozi style, but I'm trying to put a little bit of spin on that, not go quite as direct because I really want to build relationships more than just go straight for the jugular and ask for the business as Alex does, or he talks about in his, I think, $100 million leads book. But anyways, I want to have these interactions with at least 25 people a day. And that's been my intention. And I've set it up on the Habitual Growth app, great app that my friends own and run. And it's a great way for you to be able to get habits in place. So a little shout out to them. But I put it on my to-do list every day. And I have been failing so much on that lately. Now, I kind of had the excuse when I was in Mexico, a little difficult, a 2-hour time difference, doing a lot of stuff over there. When I finally had time to speak with the family, I was trying to speak with them. So there's a lot of stuff that I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt, although at the end of the day, it still was an excuse. But here lately, I've been self-sabotaging myself even more because I'm back. I've caught up on everything, but I'm still acting like, oh, just too busy, this, that, and the other. And I find pockets of time that I may not be able to get 25 messages in, but I can do 5. I could do 2. But rather than taking the time to do 2 here, do 2 there, and remember to count those up to get to 25 in the day, I say, you know what? Let me wait till later when I have the time. And that's the worst thing that you can say really about anything. And I know this, and yet I'm still self-sabotaging myself. And so you're probably doing this to yourself as well, where you're allowing yourself in your mind to talk through that. And I want to say that part of this too is probably my fitness journey. The workouts have been getting a lot better, but I have been just allowing myself to eat all the cravings that I have. And I think because of that, and not that my body composition has gotten out of whack, but I think through this lesser body composition than I like, the less optimal, I'm allowing that to then trickle over into my business. And so when you start to self-sabotage yourself in one area, it tends to trickle over into other areas. And so one of the things that I typically do, which is not working for me right now, and so I'm actually here on this podcast to put myself out there, to hold myself accountable. And so hopefully by the time this actually airs, which I'm recording, it'll be a couple weeks from now, that I will be back on track. But I wanted to share with you on the podcast of what's happened, that I've been self-sabotaging myself. And typically what I do is write down a list of things to do. So I need to find some way to break this down. And as I'm kind of talking through, I think just doing 2 here, 2 there, rather than trying to do all 25 at once, I'm going to do micro actions on this one particular action, because I've noticed that my business has slowed down tremendously. Now that 2 weeks in Mexico obviously happened. I knew that was coming. I should have been doing something, but I didn't. And I'm back and I'm still not doing anything. And I guess it's just because I feel like I'm a little out of control. I feel like I just feel down at the end of the day about the business and where the business is at. And rather than try to say, you know what, let me double or triple my actions, I just keep not taking action. And so we do this in our lives, whatever it may be. It may be your spousal relationship. It may be friendships. It may be your health. It may be the business like I'm doing right now. Maybe you're doing the same thing. And so I want to share this to let you know that you're not alone, but you also are the one that's going to have to get you out of this. I'm happy to encourage you to be there for you, to hold you accountable. But at the end of the day, especially you as the business owner, you are alone. Now, you may have friends around you that can encourage you, but you have to take that action. Sure, you can delegate certain things to your team. I probably could delegate a lot of these things. We've tried that in the past, and it honestly hasn't worked out too well because I haven't found a good system of what truly works besides just building the relationship, which is something that takes a long time. And so I've kind of held on to this, but I'm getting a little off track. At the end of the day, I am self-sabotaging myself, and you probably are doing some similar things in your life. And so I just wanted to let you know that while you may be kind of alone in doing the self-sabotage, you're not alone as being the only person to do that. It is something that comes up in life. But you and I, we have to get back on the saddle. We have to get back in and start to fight again. Stop self-sabotaging ourselves. Because if we want to get where we're going, If we have the vision of where we're trying to go, if we're trying to build something for our family, it's going to require relentless action. So don't beat yourself up about the self-sabotage, but don't let yourself stay in that. Write that list down, break it down as small as you have to, each action that you need to take, and just start doing that. That's what I'm about to do starting today as I'm recording this. I am going to just do 2 messages at least once an hour, whatever it may look like. But I'm going to not just wait till I have the time to do the 25 messages. So break down that thing that you're avoiding, that you're creating self-sabotage on yourself, into some micro actions. And that's how you're going to get yourself out of it, because that's how I'm getting myself out of it. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how I can help you and encourage you to get out of your self-sabotage, and have a great day.